night drive, beginner drive. I'm a state certified driving instructor. I teach adults and teens. We're going to talk about a night drive, things you need to do, some of the exciting parts, some of the dangerous parts. Let's go ahead and get it. We're in a public school environment right now. This is a circular drive. So if you all were learning how to drive, I would take you through this area, let you see what's going on, and teach you how to drive. The one thing I did do, I took the time to clean the windows. They're about 90%, right? You want to make sure you can see very clearly. So I got a windshield washer squeegee, and I cleaned off the inside and outside of the windows. I also cleaned off the headlights. Beginning drivers, that first night drive can be really scary, okay? So I'm gonna take you through the process. You got questions, you put them in. You still will have some glare, okay? That's just a part of the process of driving, but because your instructor took time to clean the windows, it looks pretty clear, guys. And we're gonna go around this circle drive twice. This is gonna teach you to look ahead and look around the curve. And when you look at my content, I'm going from a driver's education perspective. Why? Because I'm a driving instructor. I'm not some random who's just videoing and talking. I'm an instructor, and I'm taking you through the process because it's very terrifying for beginners, whether you're a 25-year-old, a 30-year-old, a 40-year-old, a 50, or 18, 14, 16, 18. This will help you. So we're just chilling. We're gonna go around the circle drive. We're gonna let our pupils open up to get more light in so we learn how to see at night. Now let's talk about this car. This car is a 2009 Impala. So thank you for the thumbs up. It's a 2009 Impala. Hey, how are you? Thank you. That means a lot. I'm glad you enjoy them. What do you like about them? And that's what I want to know so I can continue to make good content that you enjoy. And it's a Friday night, so we're driving around the school twice. A good place to drive beginning drivers is around schools. It's a circular drive. This is kind of the front part of the school. It's a little S-curve. There is a game here. There's a regional final, and the winner will go on to play the champion in the state. And then, of course, if you're at a college level, if you win your conference, you go on to the NCAA title game. So we got to cover our break, and we're going to go through, and we're just going to be smooth and easy. Okay, but the district game, I think, will be starting here at 8:30. It's 7:48 Eastern Standard Time. Now you still will have some glare and glitter from the lights. I know it looks like stars, okay? And I did try to clean the camera, so I may have to do that again. But you have to keep your lens clean. In fact, I'm just going to stop a second and clean this off and see if that does any good. It might do some good. But you have the windshield glare. Got a windshield glare. I have one of my adult students texting me about the drive tomorrow. Excuse me. But you have to learn how to see at night and low light situations. So you guys are going to get some freeway, neighborhoods, dark roads. You're going to get a little bit of everything. I like how you get the car and you drive around. Yeah, always. I want to show you this so when you learn how to drive, you can refer back to my videos and it will help you. So I took a really curvy road before, but I'm going to take a different area this time. Okay, I'm in a neighborhood, suburban area, really curvy roads. So I'm going to take you on a different path this time. And of course, we know this is your stop sign, so you got to stop at the stop line. You should be able to see it now. It's a little faded. Okay, so we got to come up and look. And we check. And then I'm going to make a right turn. And you'll see the double yellow lines to help you. And my job, because I'm an instructor, I've been driving people. Most driving instructors. Yeah, I get it. I've talked to a lot of my students, a lot of young instructors and really super old. They just sit in the car until you drive. I'm in the middle, so I'm going to give you everything I can and more. And I'm going to try to help you. Okay, so we're going over a bridge. It's a little hard to see. We're just going to take our time. And remember, these headlights are old. They're not like a 2020, a 2023, 2024. This car is from 2009. And of course, your headlights do wear out over time and they don't shine as bright. Like the left headlight is brand new. That's why it looks so much brighter than the right headlight. And then we're going to go straight. And this car does see us. I see them moving up, but I'm looking. Left turns are the most dangerous. And one of my students did say, hey, this is so relaxing. It can be relaxing. It could also be very terrifying for an adult who's never driven, a teen that's never driven, or anyone that's never driven. So I see the blinker ahead. I'm moving slow. And I'm looking for the open space to the right. You should be able to see it. And I did clean. This windshield does have Rain-X on there. And that's a glass additive that you can put on that helps water bead up. I'm not sponsored by them, but I think it's good. This used to be all forest through here, so there are a lot of trees on the left and right side. And there's limited light. You should be able to see the street lights. Does your area have street lights? Where you guys, do you have street lights? We don't have street lights in my area. I'm in a township, so we don't have lights. These neighborhoods do have lights. I just didn't look. So we have a double yellow. We can't pass, and we got the white line to the right. You should be able to see that. And if you're learning how to drive, you're a teen, 17, 19, or if you're in your 20s, 23, 24, 29, 30, this will help you. So I have to make a left turn. I got to go up to the stop line. You'll see it. This is kind of an off-centered intersection. It's really dangerous. I'm going to be looking left and right. I'm going to show you. You can barely see me. I'm going to look left and right. I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to go back. You can barely see me. Okay, I'm going to switch back. So I got to move up. It's called showing the car. And this can be terrifying for beginners. It's just really hard to see. But I'm going to bring you here. We got to go all the way over to the right. And then we come up and stop. These areas are very confusing for beginners. A lot of curves, a lot of turns. Then I'm going to pause. I've got to make a right turn. So I have to turn on my right blinker. It's green. I look. And then I'm going to try to stay on the main roads. I could take you into some different areas with roundabouts, but there's very little light there. And that won't help you, and it won't help me. All right, we got to stop here. What does this sign say to the right? I know there's a delay. What does this sign say to our right? I need someone to tell me. Okay, I'm going to go up, turn in the nearest lane. So that's what we're going to do. Keep your turn short, then we'll accelerate up. Now this area is a speed trap. This means that there are police hiding, and if you speed, you're going to get a ticket. So we are driving at the speed limit, which is 45 miles an hour. If we can stay about 45, we're going to make most lights. We're already here. I'm not going to slam brakes. Okay? I'm going to get over one lane to the left. You see how smooth I am, right? And I'm going to get over one more lane. Sometimes you get lucky and have the whole road to yourself. That's really nice. And we want to go right up to the stop line, which is right here. I might take you over to another part of the course by an abandoned mall and take you around that ring one time. So we're going on a downhill drop. And cars can turn to red, but you saw how that car pulled out in front of us? It's kind of scary. We're just trying to maintain good speed right now and just chill and take our time. This is one of the main thoroughfares in this area. The speed limit is 50, but people will do 55, 60, 65. Like this car's tailgating me right now. For why? And this car in front of us to the right, they're an erratic lane changer. They're just cutting lanes back and forth. We can't go anywhere. And this is Friday night traffic in a metro area. So this car to the right is tailgating. We're just going to cut back and forth. And we're just cruising. About 45. If people want to pass us, they can. I do want to get over to the right, but I can't because there's just so much traffic. So I'm just going to cruise. Take my time. Sometimes you can't always make lane changes when you want to. You just want to find enough space. I see a little room. Hey, I got over. And you've got to get over and just take your time. You see how slow everyone is going? We're just taking our time. And then I want to try to get over one more lane to the right if I can. And this is real driving. You see how tight this is? Hey, I got over. And then I need to get over one more lane to the right. Oh, yes. And this is a double right turn lane, so I'm going to be in the outside lane. You're going slow, and you're by the double yellow. See that? Hey, guys, how are you doing? We got a nice little Friday night drive going, and I'm giving you some tips on night driving. We're going to go to a mall in this area that is abandoned, and then we're going to drive around the outer ring, and this is where I take clients. And this night drive is very typical of what we would do in learning how to see. We did clean the windows and the headlights, and we wiped off the camera, but it's still difficult to see. And this is how your night drive will look. At the light, we're going to make a right turn. So about 100 feet, you'll turn on your blinker, and then a lot of you will like go too fast and you won't be able to see. So I'm trying to show you what you would do, and then we go right in the first lane. Okay, I'm quite sure you guys and ladies have been to a mall. There's still some malls. There's a Mall of America in Minnesota. Most big metropolitan cities still have shopping malls. And we're going to take this down. And this is a really beautiful, curvy, twisty road. A little hard to see, but I'm going to show you. Take your time. Look ahead. And it's kind of like an adventure. And I'm kind of showing you how I train adults, how I train teens, and what you should be doing. Because one day you're going to be driving your parent or guardian to the mall, and then they'll say, drop us off, come back in 4 hours. You're like, oh, wow. Okay, we're going to make a right turn. And the sign says no U-turn, so we're going to come up and stop. Complete stop. And then we're going to make a right turn. So this mall has been shut down. They're going to make it commercial, condos. So I take clients around this outer ring. There are stop signs, yield signs. It's about a 1.5 or 2 mile loop. This is really good for adults and beginners. And there are a lot of pop-up stores that come here. Good, there's less glare. And then we're gonna come up and stop and then go straight. So you gotta learn to stop completely. A lot of beginners stop too late and they slam brakes. So I'm gonna have a complete, see, they didn't even stop. Okay, it's just a small thing. And if you get sloppy, you will have an accident. And we're gonna go straight. I'm looking ahead. You gotta be scanning left, middle, and right with me. Speed limit here is 30. We went through a metro area earlier this week. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. This is a 3-way stop. You see those cars aren't stopping. Okay, all-way stop. We want to come up and stop. And then I'm going to proceed. I don't know, do you guys have a Red Lobster in your state or your country? They serve seafood. Now, we're losing light again. It's hard to see. A lot of you will kind of drift to the curb or can't see. Do you guys have a Chuck E. Cheese's? That's a little pizza place for kids. Okay, this outer ring. And it's hard to see, but this is really good to take drivers. It teaches you to have good speed control, good lane positioning. And of course you have 3-way, 4-way, all-way stops too. And here's a warning sign. You should be able to see. That tells us there's a stop sign ahead. So we are the last ones to stop. And this is an all-way stop, so we're going to have a complete stop. We're here first, and then we will go. Okay? You got to have that stop. It really does make a difference when your windows are clean. I'm going to try to pause for a second. There are no cars coming. Thank you. I found your YouTube, TikTok live videos. Just good. Thank you. And I have a stand store. So I made my first sale. I had a one-on-one coaching call. It was awesome. And on the channel, the link in my bio, I have a digital product. It's about driver's ed. That's for sale. You just put in your information and you should be able to download it as a PDF or print it out. You can have it on your phone or tablet. And then if you want to sign up for a coaching call, I got to put in some more available times. So we're coming up to the stop sign. We've kind of made a circle. This is, actually it's the next one. This is where we came in at. And we're going to have a complete stop. Nice. And here to the left, this is a condominium area. It is actually for senior living. So a lot of these seniors are living good, but it's very expensive. So we all got to take care of our parents. There's still some snow out here. And we're going to go around this outer ring again, because this is where I would take you and teach you. I have an adult that keeps texting me, but I can't talk to them right now because I'm here for you. So I'm going to come up and stop. At a complete stop. And then I'm going to proceed. You have to stop. You have to look, confirm all locations. And this is a good point. I'm doing a lesson right now with you guys, and someone is texting me. I can't do all this. I'm focusing on safe driving and you. So use this as a learning experience. I can deal with them later. We're by this deserted mall that just can shoot out and drift and burn rubber. And you do see a lot of people doing that, but they're around here. See, no blinker here. That's just sloppy. Be better. And then I'm going to come up and stop. And then I'm going to make a right turn. So I'm going to pause. And let's see if these cars stop. They only stop when cars are here. If no cars are here, I guarantee that Mercedes, that's a BMW, they wouldn't stop. And I have a green light, so we can only make a right turn. And we're going to go in the nearest lane. Keep your turn short. Go in the first lane. And boom, there we go. And it's no sense being on the gas. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. And there I go. Now I'm good. And I'm going to get us over one lane to the right. And I'm going to come one lane to the left, sorry. And then I'm going to get up and stop. And here's our stop line. We're in a metro area. We're outside of the city, so this is suburban area. Most people are home. I'm just trying to take their time. Little black Silverado here. Hear that dual exhaust? I know you do. Also, that's the tip. Identify the type of cars or trucks you're around. Sorry, I'm raising my voice, but I want you to be able to hear this. And then we have a Suburban to our left that is 2025, and this one is probably a 2018. And it's a lifted truck, big mirrors. We're not mad. That's what people like. But you notice there's a lot of glare again, and it's hard to see. So we're on the main thoroughfare. We're taking our time. And we're trying to be as smooth as possible. When you're looking at these videos, I try to put you in this situation so you can learn, so you can see. We're in the two middle lanes. I feel that's the safest for all drivers, particularly beginners. Slow moving traffic stays to the right. We want to have good speed, good space, and a smile. Hey, if this is bringing you value, give it a thumbs up. I'm trying to get 10 thumbs up. I'm already at 2. I'm looking for 10. We're going to be here about an hour, so let's just enjoy. I'm trying to take you on an actual driving lesson so you know what to do. And I'm going to get over one lane to the right. And then eventually we need to get over one more lane. So if you were driving with me, I would say stay smooth, keep good space. These three cars are kind of too close, and we need to get over one more lane to the right. I still have time. So I'm going to squeeze my brake, and then I'm going to look over my shoulder and I slide over. That's what a realistic lane change looks like. Smooth, efficient. And then at the light up ahead, we're going to make a right turn. So I'm going to get over. And then this is a double right turn. So again, we're going to be by the yellow. And you'll see it. I'm going to go in slow, and I'm going to follow this vehicle. See that turn? Got him. That's what you should do. So this road is through a suburban area, not as well lit. You're going to see a double roundabout. I would take you through here too. It's 50 through here. People are driving 55, 65, really curvy. Kind of a fun road, a little scary. What color's the traffic light? If you can see the light ahead, tell me the color. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to be going up to our first roundabout. We have to yield, check traffic that's already in. And a lot of these YouTube driving channels, they don't drive at night. I drive in all weather, okay? And real stuff. I'm not saying their stuff is fake. We're going to yield, we check, we proceed through. We're already in. I thought that was a Pantera for a moment. That's a rare car. All right, and now we're in the second part of the roundabout, and we got to go in slow. We're going to squeeze brakes, and I yield, and I look, and I go in slow. And I'm going to go down, and then I'm going to take this road back, because I want you to feel like, wow, you know, we're on a driver's ed lesson. You are. Nice and smooth. The speed limit is 50. We're cruising about 40. I could go 50 if I need to. We're just cruising. I'm about 45 right now. Just chilling. And then we're going to go down to the end. We'll turn around and take this road back through the roundabout so you can get a really sense of what you should do. And if you have questions, you just put those in. We're at about 50. There's a school zone. You'll see the writing, and then the sign. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I need 7 more. I need 7 more thumbs up. I want us to really push this content out to all people who want to learn. Okay? And then I'm going to squeeze my brakes. A lot of beginners can't see, and then they'll almost rear end the car. We don't want to do that, but I'm going to make a really late driver's head stop. See how close I'm getting? And then that's what you'll do and almost hit this car. This is really too close. If we get hit, we'll be pushed into that car. That's what happened to my nephew. He got rear-ended and the car got smashed like an accordion. And we're just taking our time. This would be a great training course on a video game too, because if you go too fast, you'll spin out. If you go too slow, you'll get honked at. It teaches you to keep good pace. And people are going 40 even though the speed limit is 50. So I don't know if this person hitting me is tired or they can't see, but it's kind of odd. Looks like I see the police coming. So there's nothing we can do right now. And we'll just stop. Okay, I'm gonna get over. This is state law. This car almost rear-ended me from behind, and they flash your lights. I don't think people understand. That's the quickest way to fail your driving test. And it's a lot of those 18 to 28-year-old drivers. It takes 10 years. If you're 17 watching this, that's 27. If you're 21, that's 31. If you're 16, that's 26. It takes 10 years to learn how to drive. So you got to go through the process. Okay, I'm going to make a left turn on this street. And then I'm going to turn around. Here we go. And I'm gonna do this little turn. This is a good turn, and I'm turning hand over hand, and then I turn out and I stop. All right, so it's real right here. Let's see what the comments say. You're really different from other instructors. Very patient. You have to be. Lights green. I really learned a lot from you. Thank you. I found your live and I started driving. Most driving instructors that show that. I like the way you get into the car and drive around and show. Yes. Well, thank you. Let's keep going here. All right. So we got to make a right turn. We got to go up to the edge. We check traffic. And then I'm going to go right in the first lane. Keep your turn short. For a lot of you, you would turn wide in the second lane, and then your instructor would have to turn the wheel back. Now, when companies, like a driver's ed company, the biggest cost are the driver's ed cars, insurance, the physical building, the employee salary, and then the instructor salary. That's the biggest cost. A lot of driver's ed companies buy used cars. Hey, how are you? Hopefully you're doing well. I'll look at your comment in a moment. But squeeze your brakes. A lot of you can't judge distance yet. No cap, I'm just telling you, you can't judge. See, now it's green. And then you proceed through. So this is the same road. We're just reversing back. The speed limit here is 50. I'm at about 45. And we're not racing cars. We're staying at our own speed. And I'm looking up and around the curve. Thank you. You guys are. We're already here. I'm not going to slam brakes. That's too dangerous. If you can stop safely in 3 seconds, you stop. There's our school zone again. There's the pavement marking. This road teaches you lane positioning and speed control. Hey, if you're getting value, give a thumbs up. Just give a thumbs up on this. And thank you for all the support. I need you guys to buy those digital products in my stand store. The stand store is linked in my bio. So when it's over, click it. You'll be able to read a little bit about me. Set up a coaching call, right? I will be putting together 3 or 4 more digital products that you need, what a beginning driver needs to look for, how to pick a good driving school, a good instructor. You tell me what you need, and I can put those digital products together. They are for sale, so I got to squeeze my brake, and I have to yield. I'm coming in a little fast. That's what beginners will do. I yield, I check, and I proceed. That's what the process is. It's easier said than done. A lot of beginners go really slow. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift my foot and go really slow. And a lot of you will do this. I'm gonna try to do what you'll do. You do that. And then you won't be on the gas in the car. You see how slow the car is going? That's what you'll do because you're scared. That's what you'll do. And then you'll slam the gas and pick up. So we want to be smooth through the transition of going into the roundabout. Hey, let's get a thumbs up, please. I'm looking for 10 thumbs up. I got 3. I need 7 more. This is bringing you value. Give it a thumbs up. Ask questions. So we got a warning sign of a T intersection. You don't see a lot of those. This yellow light, we have to stop it. We can stop in 3 seconds. We squeeze our brake. And then here's our beautiful stop. Can you help me get over? Yes, I can. Hey Jackson, how are you? I did see your little test prep on Instagram. How you doing? Nice. Our speed is good. We're at about 50. We're just chilling. Going in real easy. This road is peaceful. It teaches you good lane positioning, good speed control. And then we're going to make a right turn at the light. And then we're going to get all the way to the inside right turn lane. So once you get all the way over, and now this is where a lot of you will go too fast. I'm going to go too slow. A lot of you would do this. You see how slow this is? This is what a lot of you will do. And then you'll slam the gas in the middle of the turn. Accelerate out smoothly. And then gradually pick up. Just taking our time. And then this yellow light we have to stop at. Then we got to go up to the stop line. So that's typically what you will do as a beginner. And then we slip left and right and gradually pick up. You'd be surprised how many fingerprints are in the car, on the window, on the mirror, as you know, people drive this car. So you really got to keep these windows clean. And we're cruising about 45. And we're just taking our time. That's what you would do. You see that car drifting up there ahead of us? See another police situation up here to the right, I believe. And I'm trying to keep space. Hey Meta, what is the danger of driving at night? Give me some examples. My Bluetooth is not connected. So there's a police situation. So I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. And then we had this creepy van, so I really can't see around them. So I may have made a mistake. But I'm gonna try to keep my distance. And on Friday night, you do have a lot of drivers. Yep, this is a police situation up here to the right. You'll see it. You should be able to see the lights right now. That's why you have to look ahead. So we want to move over. We have the move over line. Yep, clowning around. Got that ticket. Keeping my space. Now these lights in this creepy white van are kind of burned out. Stay away from vehicles like that. All right. We're at about 50 miles an hour. And I think the middle lane is the safest. We can see traffic at the left, the middle, the right. And thank you for just taking the time to support and learn. And that's the most important thing, is that you're learning. And I'm going to squeeze brakes real easy. We should see the rear of the tires on the ground. And we do. One of my mirrors is really clean. The other one is really dirty. It kind of bugs me, but that's okay for now. But when you go to the gas station, you should clean your windows, get the squeegee, get some washer solvent, clean that front window, the side windows, the mirrors. That's why it looks so clear right now, because I took the time to do that before I went live so you guys and ladies could see. We're going over a railroad track, so we got to look left and right. Getting a lot right now. Trains come 24 hours a day. Train always has the right of way. I'm just trying to scan left, middle, right to see what these cars are doing. And as you drive, you'll get used to the low light driving. It does take time. It's a white BMW to our left. And that's a Jeep to our right. I'm going to take you up to another roundabout. Then we're going to do some loops on the expressway. And this right lane ends, so you see the arrow, and then it becomes one lane. That sign at divided highway ends. If the little black thing was at the top, then divided highway begins. This is the soft shoulder to the right. I've had a lot of adult drivers lately go off the road, and it's very scary. This means delivery trucks ahead. And now we're going to have another roundabout. The biggest things I see is adult learners don't have good speed control. So we got to go in slow. I'm losing speed already. And I'm going to squeeze and go up. And I'm going to go in and around to the left. You always should signal where you're going. And you're going to see me stay to the left. And I'm going all the way around. I love that turn. Woo! That's pretty good. And then we're going to go for a loop on the expressway now. And typically this lesson is $125. I'm trying to show you what your instructor should be doing. So you should be learning every lesson. They should be talking to you at the end. And we're going to do a couple of loops. And then we'll head over to the gas station and break it down. And you're like, wow, man, I learned a lot today. So we're at about 45, taking our time. At the light, we're going to have to make a left turn. This is another residential area. So just before the light, where the line is broken, this is where we should be merging in. And here's the broken line. This is where we merge in. And it's yellow, we squeeze our brakes. You see the skinny line, that's the crosswalk. The big, thick white line is the stop bar. You should be able to see that. We have a solid red arrow. We cannot move. We have a blinking yellow. We're going to go up and we'll turn by the double yellow. Now, there are no lights over here, so I'm going to turn on brights. See? Brights. No brights. Cars coming. I don't want to have my brights on. I would blind them. Once the car goes by, there are brights again. We want to use the ball of our foot and squeeze the brake. You use the lines as reference points. A lot of beginners stare at the lines and you end up drifting. I see the truck coming out. Oh, they used to blink. I didn't think they would. Plus they were coming from the bar, so I was scared. Nope, we're not trying to go to the police department. We're going to go to the next turn. And then I'm going to get on the freeway and show you a couple of loops, and then we'll end up at the gas station. Okay, I have to make a left turn here. And we have to yield for these cars. They have the right of way. So we're just going to wait. And then I turn. Oh, God. All right. I almost made a mistake. There we go. All right. All right. So let's keep going. Good. All right. I almost made a mistake. Almost went through the wrong way. All right. Guys, I was a little bit scared. The police were behind me. I almost turned down the wrong road. But those things happen. This is real life. So I had to kind of back up and reverse. But if you're worried about the police behind you, you're going to run lights, you're going to speed. But I was okay because I did the right thing. They probably ran the license. This is a driver's ed car. They saw the sign on top. But this is real life. That's what I want you guys to know. If you're out here and you make an innocent mistake, you'll get a warning. If you make a real mistake, you'll get a ticket. You'll get pulled over. So it's real out here. I was a little nervous, but I wasn't speeding. And then I'm going to get over to this right lane. I'm going to enter in where I'm supposed to. And then I'm going to make a right turn. And then we're going to discuss what we just went over, what just happened. And I'm going to cover my brake. Always have your foot on the brake. And I'm going to go up. All right, let's flip angles. Guys, that was real. So I was making a left turn, but I made the left turn in the wrong entrance. So I just realized, and I'm like, oh. So I backed up, and then I went around the correct way. And then the police were behind me. So if you make a mistake, you just stop. I looked, I checked. So let's review. It's really hard to see at night. And I cleaned the windows. You should be able to see the left and right side and the back window. I cleaned them. It makes 1,000% difference. Clean your windows when you get a chance to get fuel. Clean those windows. You saw we went through some roundabouts. Go in slow, take your time, yield to traffic. I showed you what a beginning driver would do. They would kind of hesitate, kind of veer to the left or veer to the right, almost hitting the curb. I took you through an outer ring at an abandoned mall. And there's stop signs and yield signs. People blow those signs all the time. But I wanted to show you what people will do. I thought that was successful. We went through some major thoroughfares. The speed limit was 45 to 50. Most cars were at about 45 to 50 miles an hour. So I thought that was good. And if you can keep your speed up, you're going to make most lights. A couple lights did catch us, but you never want to slam brakes. You want to maintain, if you can stop in 3 seconds, 1001, 1002, and 1003, you should slow down and stop without slamming brakes. A couple lights did catch us, but the light just changed. And we never want to slam brakes because that's a dangerous maneuver. This is geared toward an adult, a late teen, 19, 18, early 20s, mid 30s. I did clean the headlights, and you can see, I'm going to switch angles again. You can see the difference in this store. I'm at a 7-Eleven. Do you guys have 7-Eleven in your area? Right? And that's a major brand across the country. I was not tired, but I was drifting a little bit. So maybe I am tired. But this is what the life is like of an instructor, of teaching adults. It is 8:41 Eastern Standard Time. It's not late. I got about 6 hours sleep. I should be getting 8. If you're tired, you pull over and rest. And I almost made a fatal mistake, but I caught myself and I reversed, and you saw me. And I just took my time. And you really got to be aware of your surroundings. We went through 4 roundabouts. We went through an outer ring around an abandoned mall twice. We went through a school outer ring, a bus loop. Those of you who remember high school, we could have went to a college. They have an outer ring too for deliveries to all the places on campus. Those are really good. You can see by looking in the car, you should be able to see the back windows nice and clear. That will cut down on a lot of glare. Night driving is very peaceful, but you don't want to fall asleep. It's very easy. I'm going to show you these guys. They've been traveling out of state. They got a bunch of stuff in the back. And, you know, if you're tired, pull over. The car was kind of warm, so I could have been drifting to sleep. You really have to pay attention. I thought this was good tonight because you saw real driving. Let me try to get my clipboard back here. So having good speed control is vital. I had good speed control. I was able to check my blind spots. We were with most of the traffic. We did not have to stop a lot. So speed control is really vital. Really keeping your mirrors clean, windows clean. I was able to see. If I didn't have these windows clean, you would get a lot of glare. I'm going to flip this back around. You would have a lot of glare. This is about 90% clear. I could really kind of get this super clean. And I would say if you had this car, get that right headlight housing changed, because you can see the new one on the left right here. That's real clean. The one on the right is kind of like a cloudy headlight housing, and it's hard to see. So you want to make sure your headlight housing is clear. Also, this car could benefit from some Sylvania Silver Star. That's a brand name. I'm not sponsored by them. They make get brighter headlights, OEM original equipment manufactured lights, but the Sylvania Silver Star are about 15 to 20% brighter. I know I need to go over to a automotive store and show you the different types of headlights, show you the different types of windshield washer solvent, wiper blades, jumper cables, first aid kit. I've done some videos on that. Harbor Freight, no hate. I like Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight, if you're listening, help a brother out for a sponsorship. If you have the budget of about $50, you need to get some jumper cables. You need to get some gloves. You need to get an emergency vest so people can see you at night in case your car breaks down. You need some basic hand tools. You gotta know how to change a tire. You got to know how to work on your car. I'm not saying pull a motor out and do different things, but you need to know how to do these things. I thought this was a realistic drive tonight. We were on about an hour. I thought a lot of you got value. I want to remind you of the Stand Store. What is the Stand Store? I'm selling digital driver's education products. And I need you to look at those products. And if there's some custom things, how to get your driver's license, how to buy your used car. I have about 10 digital items. I only have one up right now. This is driving education tutorials. And then, of course, if you want to book up a half an hour session with me, you just log in, you put in your information. You won't get my number, I won't get yours, but you can sign up for a Zoom session, and then we can talk and I can help you. I thought this was very helpful tonight. You saw real life driving out here on the road, difficult to see, clean windows, dirty windows, people speeding, people slowing down. This is Friday night at 8:46. And if you're, under 30, you're out cruising around, you're hanging out, messing around on the roads, chasing girls, chasing guys. That's what young people do. If you're in your late 20s, early 30s, you need to be settling down. Everyone's a little bit different, but you'll know when it's time to get off the streets and hang out with your family. There's no special time to have a family. You prepare when you're ready to. But I want to say thank you. It was awesome. I hope you enjoy this. Bye.